That's going to give us x is equal to 0.6 divided by cosine 70. And that would mean that x would equal, gotta punch it in the calculator. So 0.6 divided by cosine 70. That's going to give us 1.75. So we know that x is equal to 1.75. So here, x has to equal 1.75. So now, we know these three side lengths. We need to try to find this side length in order to solve the perimeter. So now, since we know that this is 1.5, that's 1.5, and that's 1.5, we can assume that this is 1.5 to make it a square. So if that's 1.5 and these two length segments are congruent, that means that we're going to have to divide 1.5 by 2. That'll give us 0.75. So this side length, 0.75, and this side length is 0.75. Now we're trying to find this side length, and we can name this y. So in order to find y, since we know that this is 0.75 already, we can say that sine 34 degrees is equal to opposite over hypotenuse. So it's going to be 0.75 over y. Now we're just going to try to solve for y. So we're going to multiply y on both sides. And then we'll get y times sine 34 is equal to 0.75. Divide by sine 34 on both sides. And then y is equal to, do the math. Let's see. 0.75 divided by sine 34. That should give us 1.34. So now we know that this side is 1.34. Now, in order to try to find this side, we'll name this side z. So now we can use cosine of 34, which is gonna be z over the hypotenuse, which we just found, which is 1.34. So now multiply 1.34 on both sides. And then we just do the math once again. 1.34 times cosine 34. That should give us 1.11. So now we can say that z is equal to 1.11. So now all we really need to find now is this side length. This and this one. In order to find that, however, let's go back to this triangle. We know that this is 70 degrees, that's 90. And in a triangle, the amount of the degrees that can be in one triangle is 180. So we can put in the calculator 180 minus 90 and minus 70. That should give us this angle, this little angle right here, 20 degrees. And now, by the given, it says that these two angles are congruent. So this is also 20 degrees. And now, we can use trigonometry to find these two side lengths. First, let's do tangent. We can say tan of 20 degrees is equal to, let's name this side length A. So now, it's going to be tan 20 is going to be A over 1.5. So then we multiply by 1.5 on both sides. And A shall give us 1.5 times tan of 20 shall give us 0.55 rounded. So then that's A. So A is equal to 0.55. And now to find the hypotenuse, we can use any of the two, sine or cosine, to find hypotenuse. Let's just use sine. So we're going to use sine of 20 is equal to the opposite, which is 0.55, which we just found, over the hypotenuse. Let's name it b. So over b. We can multiply by b on both sides. And then we're left with b times sine of 20 is equal to 0.55. Divide sine of 20 on both sides.